Welcome to Convo Fango. Today we are joined by three of the directors of the upcoming VHS 99. We've got Johannes Roberts, Maggie Levin, and Mr. Lotus, Flying Lotus himself. Thank you guys for coming to hang out.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's just do a real quick, like popcorn style, and you can each briefly kind of tell us what your segment is about, but without spoilers. Maggie, tell us a little bit about shredding.
It is about a amateur punk prank group in 1999 deciding to go and explore the ruins of a condemned rock venue, and they're real dicks about it, and they get what's coming to them.
Were you part of a punk prank group? Because you just had that term like ready to go.
No, I mean, my brother was certainly a prototype, although hopefully a little less. I mean, I hung out with a lot of these people. Everyone has a trench coat friend. There's a trench coat friend in that group, and I definitely have hung out with many a gal from a bitch cat type band. So yeah, both things are heavily represented in my own life.
Drawing inspiration from those around you.
God help me.
Yeah, there was like one smart guy in your segment, and then everyone around him was assholes. Like all of his friends were assholes.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, that's often how it goes. You be the voice of reason, you get beat up on, and then eventually you're like, fine, I'm gonna stop being the voice of reason, and then you find out what happens when you just go along with the crowd.
You fuck around and find out. Is that what the kids say? Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of fun.
Exactly.
Johannes, you want to tell us briefly what yours is about?
Yeah, it's a hazing prank that ends up with a girl having to spend the night in a coffin, and that is just the beginning of her nightmare. So it was take Mean Girls and take it to imagine the most claustrophobic, nightmarish version of Mean Girls that you could possibly come up with.
I love that you referenced Mean Girls, because I was 100% watching this and I was like, this is like The Craft, but if they were the girls from Mean Girls. Like if the Craft girls were like the shitty popular Mean Girls in school, like that's it. So that's like the Mean Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Jawbreaker and
Jawbreaker, it was also
yeah.
We got Jawbreakers and Heathers, and we were like mixing all of these, like all of my like favorite shitty teen bitchy girls, and I'm like, yes, we're channeling that, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
My Heather's jacket today. I feel like this is.
Yeah.
Are you a Heather or Veronica though?
I mean, I hope I'm a fucking Veronica.
You're Veronica, 100%.
Yeah.
You're cool.
Ideally.
Johannes, I would be remiss if I didn't make this terrible joke, and I'm sure you're gonna hear it 50 times today, but you took us 47 meters down, and then you took us whatever the fuck the equivalent of 6 feet under would be in meters wise. I'm sorry I did not do my research and convert it ahead of this.
Yeah, it is. It's 47 meters down, but with spiders.
Yeah. I don't know which I would rather face off against, to be honest. Like, I mean, neither, but if it like a would you rather gun to my head, I'm like, 47 meters, I think maybe.
Yeah.
Flying Lotus. You took us to some real, like, you really nailed. Did you watch a lot of Nickelodeon as a kid? I mean, who didn't? But
of course, yeah.
unless you came to it just like this year and you're like, I'm gonna watch old Nickelodeon shit because this is what I'm gonna base it on. Okay.
No, I grew up on all that. Yeah, Guts, Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
So tell us a little bit about what yours is about, because there's definitely that heavy Nickelodeon vibes happening.
Yeah, it's about a game show from, I guess, 1996 maybe, and some things might have gone wrong on one of the tapings, and then the host might have to pay for it later.
There's a lot. Hypothetically, this may or may not happen.
I don't like to spoil stuff, you know, so I'm just like, how do I explain it?
I'm like, this is hard because I'm like, it's shorts as well, so I'm like, I can't really. I'm like, just give us the setup, and we all of these go in a very different direction by the end. So it'd
be funny if we explained each other's shorts. We could probably do that.
God damn it. Let's take it from the top.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah. So yours, it starts out very fun, and then it just delves into like,
there's
what
a
the fuck is happening now?
and yeah, it's like Double Dare meets Saw, you know. So
All right, if you got to choose
There's-
a Nickelodeon show from the 90s to be on, which one would you choose?
I always wanted to be on Nick Arcade because you could be in a video game, but when you think about it, it's probably just like some kids who were just like jumping up in front of a blue screen and stuff. So it probably wasn't that fun to be part of, but the idea of being in a video game and stuff, that was a lot of fun to me.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you guys have answers for that question? Were you guys big on Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah.
I never was. No,
No.
that didn't exist for me. But maybe it's because I'm English.
That's what I was wondering too. Do you have an equivalent of that? You guys didn't have a show where you like pour slime on people? Make it...
Well, I think I spent my entire life just watching Stephen King movies. So literally,
You're so much classier than us. I'm like, listen, it's okay to partake in a little bit of trashy slime.
They don't have Double
Thinking
Dare.
about the Nickelodeon of it all today because I got the Stickly song stuck in my head.
Oh yeah.
Like occupying brain space that could be used for something much more valuable. I've got right to me,
Stickly,
P.O. Box 963.
963.
Yes,
New York City, New York State, 10108.
And right now, Johannes is like, oh, thank God I did not grow up as a child in America, because this is what you guys
so
do.
stupid. Like, why did that stick with us? That's so terrible.
Really catchy.
It's embarrassing how much of my brain is devoted to that shit, though. I'm like, there's like all kinds of weird jingles from the 90s where I'm like, this could be probably put to better use, but this is what's being used
like
for.
survival skills would be useful, but instead the Stickly song.
Can I build you a fire? No, but if you need the Stickly song in its entirety, hit us up. I'm your girl. So I'm wondering what, maybe this is too personal of a question, but like for each of you, what did your personal VHS tape have on it? Like, you know, you have that one tape and there's like stuff and it's just like this, where it's like things get recorded over. So you have weird little tidbits and then you have chunks of things and then like another weird little tidbit because you're just like constantly using that same tape. Johannes, did you guys do that? Did you do that personally?
I had I probably had two VHS tapes. One had like whatever like Stephen King movie that I could tape off the telly, and the other one I had a VHS camera, like not even with a proper full VHS thing. And I would just make my sort of 5-year-old sister star in horror movies, and I would just film her very similar to the stuff that I would do now, you know, like just shoot her and cover her in water, and yeah, we don't speak so much anymore.
Amazing. My brother and sister like to act like I was like so horrible, because I mean, surprise, I was also, you know, in the backyard shooting movies, but we did like a version of Hansel and Gretel, and I had like popcorn on the ground, and they like to this day will be like yelling to my parents like, Angel made us eat the popcorn off the ground. There was also dog poop on the ground. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. Like, and also that's the most horrible thing that ever happened to you, then I wasn't that bad, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Right?
You didn't put spiders on faces.
I did not. Is that Maggie's?
Doo-doo though, that's pretty raw though.
They didn't make them eat the poop. They were being dramatic. They're like, there was also poop existing in the backyard.
How could you?
Canceled. Angel got canceled. All right.
My video mixtape had like pieces of Singled Out on it. It had Savage Garden videos. It had like Spice Girls interviews. I would love for it to be like populated with cooler shit, but I was like, I was into like the most pop music until I found like, you know, there was like a nice wave of Lilith Fair going on. So I did some Fiona Apple. That Criminal video is still awesome. Yeah, a lot of that. And then my home movies were way less cool, way more embarrassing. It's me talking to the camera like I have something to say. Not cool.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool, but also maybe that's kind of what I grew up to do. So I don't know. I think it's cool. All right. Flying Lotus, what's on that VHS mixtape? Deep Dark Secrets.
My stuff was like Ren and Stimpy and like some music videos, like random rap videos and like rock videos and stuff. And like sometimes like wreshling. I remember like watching one of those and there was like some WWF stuff in there. I was like, what the fuck? So wild. Lots of random music specials, you know, like whenever there was like a Michael Jackson music video, it'd be like on like as like a world event kind of thing, and those things would get recorded. Shit like that. Just so yeah, I was just thinking about it. So bugged out. Yeah, a lot of TV movies. I think I recorded Beetlejuice quite a few times on different tapes.
Oh, yeah. On different tapes. You're like, this is the version from October 3rd.
Because, you know, sometimes like when you record it, you record like halfway into the movie because you didn't see it from the beginning, you know, like when it was on TV. So like I had a different version of it that was like started a little earlier than.
You are chaos. You would just hit record in the middle of the movie, like once it had started.
Yeah.
That's punk as fuck. I was like, no, if I'm not standing by ready with like a minute of like a lead time ahead of it, then we got to try again next time.
I think I was just happy just to see any of it, you know. But like my memory of Beetlejuice was skewed though, because it was just like after they died, I didn't remember anything about how they died or whatever. It was just like,
not important.
People is dead. No, they're just dead.
All right, I know we're out of time, but this is awesome. Thank you guys so much. I gotta go grab my ghost killing spices and like cleanse the space. VHS 99 hit Shudder October 20th. Yay!